This is the first video to section 3.3. In this section, we'll be discussing rates of change and behaviors of graph. You might remember that a rate of change often refers to the slope. You have probably seen the formula for slope before written in this form. We'll be using that formula in this video. Suppose you're to travel from your home to a city 100 miles away, and it takes you 2 hours of driving. That means your average speed would come out to be 50 miles per hour. This is an example of a rate of change. We can also apply the average rate of change between 2 points when we are graphing. Take a look at this formula here. Average rate of change, or slope, equals the change of y over the change of x. This here is truly the same as this function here. However, instead of writing y2 minus y1 in the numerator, we write the f of x2 minus the f of x1, which is the exact same thing as y2 minus y1. Please notice when we draw a line through a particular graph and it touches the graph in 2 places, this is called a secant line. Let's take a look at number 1. We're asked to find the average rate of change of f of x equals x squared between 1 and 5. So we have our x1 and we have our x2. Now let's find out what our y2 and y1 values are, or f of x1, which is the same as y1. So we're going to plug this into the function x squared, and when x is 1, y is 1. Therefore, our y1 is also 1. Let's take a look at y2 now. We're going to find the function of x2, in this case x2 is 5. We're going to go ahead and plug that in to our formula. So we'll have our 2 points, 1, 1, and 5, 25. From here, we can plug this into our slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But from now on, we're going to use the f of x2 minus f of x1 over x2 minus x1. I just wanted to show you that these are the same. One's just written in function notation. So our average rate of change is 6. Moving on to number 2, we are given a graph and we're asked to find the average rate of change between x is 1 and x is 4. If we were to plot these points here, x is 1 right here, and x is 4 right here. Notice I'm talking about the x values. So we could draw a line going through these 2 points, and we're asked to find the average rate of change, which is the same as the slope, between those 2 points. So once again, we're given an x1 value, and we're given an x2 value. Let's go ahead and find out what the f of x1 is. If we take a look, x1 is 1. What is the y value when x is 1? The y value is 5 according to the graph. Let's do the same thing for x2. x2 is 4. So here's where x is 4. What is the y value when x is 4? The y value is 3. So from here, we're going to use our average rate of change formula. And we'll have an average rate of change of -2/3. Taking a look at number 3, we are given a table where we're given the years from 1998 to 2006 and the sales. These numbers represent millions of dollars. We're asked to find the rate of change between 2001 and 2002 for letter A. So in 2001, we'll notice that the sales were $243 million. But in 2002, the sales are $249. We can use our rate of change formula and our rate of change will be $6 million between 2001 and 2002. In letter B, we're asked to find the rate of change between 2001 and 2004. We already know that in 2001, the sales were $243 million, and in 2004, the sales are $249 million. Using our average rate of change formula, so our average rate of change between 2001 and 2004 will be $2 million. And that's the end of our first video for section 3.3.